So as you know, gaming has changed quite a lot since the old games came out. It's quite safe to say that post-launch content especially is more and more frequent now than ever. And for better or for worse, that is just how the gaming industry kind of is right now. And I want to kind of just talk about what I'd want in post-launch content for Saints Row. So, when you look back at games like GTA Online and Fortnite, the reasons those games have survived as well as they have, whether you like them or not, is because the unbelievable support they've gotten. I don't think Saints Row needs that. Personally, I don't think Saints Row needs that level of support. But I do think that for Saints Row to thrive in the current gaming climate and the way it is, it's going to need like a bit of a boost of post-launch content. It's just kind of what happens now. And I think that we are kind of just spoilt at this point with how games are. And I think that more content after release in these type of games is always good. So what would I want from it? I would love to just see mission packs. And I want this all to be free. I'm sorry, I know that sounds bad, but like with how other games are doing in it, you kind of want this stuff to come out for free. And as a little like freebie for anyone who purchased the game and is getting just that support from the devs. And I'm sure that they would do this, and I'm sure they've spoken about it. I think they have spoken about free outfits being given out, which I'll get into later once the game's out. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. But with post-launch content, I'd love free mission packs. I'd love for when I beat Saints Row to get a little email or a little tweet going, we have a 3 mission pack coming out this Sunday. Get ready to go and do some new missions in Santa Aliso or some shit. And I think that would be so cool. That whole excitement of, oh, what's Saints Row going to release next? Now, we've already got a season pass coming out with paid DLC. And I'm not asking for this content to be anywhere near that standard, because you want to feel like you're getting what you paid for with the DLC. But at the same time, I don't want there to just be no content, because that's kind of just sad. So I would love some very basic but fun missions that are just for free, and maybe in the mission section have it under a post-launch free content or whatever tab that you can access at any point. I would personally love that. On top of that, I'd love for things like outfits to be, and I think these have been confirmed, but I'd love like clothing to just randomly be added. With customization being as insane, for lack of a better word, as it is, it's safe to say it's going to be one of the strong points, but I see no issue with Volition adding to this stockpile of customization. Now, with there obviously being a sequel to this game, there's no way they're going to just release Saints Row and not do a Saints Row the second, Saints Row 2, whatever they want to call it. Saints Row the second would be kind of a funny name for it, not going to lie. I feel like what they could do is they could keep the customization the same for each game, being honest, and just add to it as the games go on. So in this reboot, say we get all the customization options and then they keep adding clothing up until the new game's announced, well, they could just port that straight over to the new game and have a crazy customization system and add through that game. And then if another game comes out, they can keep porting it over and just keep improving and increasing the general length of customization as a whole. Maybe do different layouts and stuff, maybe have like new content and old content sections. But I mean, I have no issue with them like just keeping the same customization but porting it over and adding to it as time goes on. That would be very cool. I'd love to see new cars being added. That'd be quite cool. I'd love to see new wraps and new decals. I'd love to see new weapons. Weapons would be a huge one for me. I would love to hop onto Saints Row and see, hey, in today's update, we've got 3 new mission packs, 3 new cars, and 2 new weapons to explore and play around with. That would be great. And I feel like it keeps Saints Row alive, both community-wise and game-wise. I feel like you'd have a lot of people buying the DLC because they enjoy these little mission packs and want a taste of what you can get if you pay for it as well. But I think you'd also have a lot of people in the community side keeping up to date with the YouTube videos, keeping up to date with the tweets, keeping an eye on Saints Row as the next best thing that's going to keep pumping out content. And when the new game eventually comes out after this, and I know I'm thinking very far ahead here, and I know that I'm jumping the gun, it will keep that hype at a constant high, and I feel like it will just bring more and more attention to Saints Row because people will just be constantly speaking about it. And I think that's the beauty of post-launch content. People just won't be quiet about what you're doing because you're always doing something. And I think it would keep the community at a high. It would keep YouTube nice and easy and nice and fun for any content creators out there for Saints Row. And it would also just make everyone happy. I feel like more content is better with games like this, and I feel like if they just keep pumping out content for us, I have no issue with that. And as long as it's, fun, simple content that doesn't interfere with a real game, but just improves and expands upon it, I think that'd be pretty awesome. I would also like maybe new characters, you know. I mean, that's crazy, I know, but I mean, for these little free post-launch missions, a couple new characters, you know, being included would be cool. I mean, I'm not asking for full dialogue options, but, you know, maybe you unlock some characters at the end of it. So say, oh, I don't know, you get a mission from some weird mascot guy who's a big hamburger. At the end of it, you can call him as your homie, and you can drive around with him and mess about, kind of unlock him like homies worked in pretty much every other Saints Row. That'd be pretty cool. I would really like that. Realistically, what I'm asking for, sorry, is the Saints Row game that never stops giving, and with the approach I feel Volition has taken towards this Saints Row, it's clear to me that they are going for the more is more. Fuck less is more is more. You want shit, we'll give you shit. You look at the customization, that's all they keep thinking. And the map and the guns and everything. It seems to me that they understand players love new features, and I think that that's one thing they may have spotted with their old games. I feel like they've gone, why are these games so loved? And maybe looked at it and gone, well, the first two games just had so many more features that we need to bring features back in full force for this game to succeed. And I agree with that mindset. And I feel like Volition are going with more features is better in this game, and they're trying everything they can to include as much as they can. And sure, there's probably more they can include, but I think they've done a pretty damn good job of including many features as it is. So, I think post-launch content would be pretty cool. I know a lot of people may disagree with me, and I know a lot of people are going to be going, you're thinking a bit ahead here, but realistically, the reboot's out in 4 months, and post-launch content can come out whenever. You know what I mean? Like, look at AOM, we had 30-day patches and 90-day patches. Are we really thinking that far ahead by expecting content, you know, 3 months after launch for free? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying we need it. I don't think it's mandatory. I don't think it's necessary or anything. But I think it would help the game thrive. I want to just make that clear before I go. I don't think that this content is mandatory. I don't think it's necessary, and I don't think the game will fail without it. But I think that it would survive an unbelievable amount better and keep constant hype on Saints Row if there was just a small influx of content every now and then. Picture it like a graph. You've got the release where there's a big spike, then it goes down. But then every time they announce new content, little spikes going up and up and up, and slowly raising that hype up to you know, a nice healthy level that's not rock bottom. And I just feel that's a good move for Saints Row. Now you're allowed to disagree with me here, and I 100% understand. I know a lot of people are going to look at it and go, well, that'll draw resources away from a sequel, and that is a big concern, I won't lie. But with what I'm asking for is not this in-depth resource-grabbing content. I'm not asking for this crazy, blow-your-mind content. I'm asking for simple, fun mission packs, you know? Pretty simple, something new. Just something fresh, and I'm not asking for it constantly, you know, every few months it'd be fine. Just something that will keep the players active and keep people coming back to Santo Ileso. They spent a lot of time on this map and a lot of time in this game. I see no reason for people to pick it up, complete the game, and leave it. I want people to keep coming back, and I know Volition want that too, and I feel like this is a good way to go about it. Anyway, let me know if you disagree. I completely understand. Let me know if you agree. Like, subscribe. I'm posting as much Saints Row as I can. And, yeah, sorry if this video is a bit all over the place. It is currently, let me check the time, 1 in the morning, so I'm pretty tired. So sorry if this is a bit all over the place. Thank you all for watching, and I love you. See you guys.